Connor Cole to take the draw against Whitney to lead things off here for the Toros. Connor Cole loses the draw. Cameron Ryan to pick it up. Whitney all over him to take that puck. Connor Cole finds the puck trying to get around Bellier. Puts it into the Belleville zone. Bellier trying to get that puck out through center for Crawford. Trying to start a 2-on-1. Going up there with Lloyd. Crawford keeps to himself with a shot. Stopped there by Foreman. His first save of the day. Belleville coming out firing already. They've got 2 shots. John trying to clear that puck out through center. Trying to get it up there for Riesler. That's not going to happen as Wido knocks that down. Toros trying to get it out. Wido over there for Lease, who throws it at the net. And that one just squeaked wide of the goal. Looked like Foreman was trying to do. And that centering pass knocked Foreman down, but didn't reach the net. Ethan Maddox with the puck. Up there for Austin Fata, leading it out of his own zone. Trying to get around from Lease and around Gin. Fata, who had a goal last game, here he comes in, and that's a right pad save. There's the first save of the day for Cochran in the Belleville goal. Starting it through center is Murray. Murray trying to get around Maddox. Maddox holds him up. Murray finds the puck in behind the net. Trying to spin away from Maddox in the corner. Maddox takes Murray in behind the net. Longo's trying to help Murray out in behind. Traxi sitting out front. Nobody around him. Murray to Traxi out of front. Quick shot. And tipped out of front. Stopped there by Foreman. And there was a rebound sitting right in front of the net, but the referee blew the whistle. And another face-off to the left of Foreman that gets won by the Toros. Gage forward, overskates the puck. Longo tried to get a shot away, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Toros trying to get that puck out. Looking for the puck right there in the corner is Gage Ford. Ford goes in behind his own net, trying to get away from Murray. Hits back him. Lead pass got knocked down by Murray, and it goes in behind the net. Connor Sear tries to get it out, and it comes out through center. Cale Howard trying to get to the puck, and Martin moved it out through center ice. Owen Smith has it from center ice, going up there with Ronan Campbell. Going to try for the shot. Stopped there by Cochran. Easy save with the right pad. Belleville starting it out of their own zone. From their bench, led in by Whitney. Whitney, all on his own with a shot. Into the glove of Foreman with a big save. A quick glove save by Brett Foreman, who's on his game today. Foreman, who gets back-to-back starts for the first time this year due to a small injury to McComb. Davidson knocks it down. Throws it around the boards there for Cameron Ryan to get it out. He's got Whitney on him, but the Toros find it to Connor Cole, getting around Gin, looking for an opportunity. They put the brakes on, right pad save there by Cochran into the corner. Menko's going to hold the line. His shot got blocked and it rolls out through center ice. Davidson's going to pick that puck up from his own zone and start it out. Davidson with a pass gets by Crawford up there for Connor Cole. He leads it in through center in over the blue line. Looking for a shot, back up, blocked, throwing it at the net. And King finds it, trying to get rid of it. Jackman knocked that down. Backhanded it back into the own zone. Bravo starting it out. Lead pass up there for Wido, past him. Toros are going to get that puck in. It's James Davidson who bounces it off the board. Jackman is able to get that pass over there for Cole with a tries for a shot. Back up, blocked before it hit the net as it rolled in behind the goal. Here's a chance to clear that up through center ice. Wido couldn't do that as Austin Fata held the blue line. Still stays in the Belleville zone. Now they started out with a late pass for Lease. Wido for Lease. Trying to get around. Riesler looking for a shot. Rolled it on net. Foreman makes the easy save as he kicks it aside. Belleville's already out shooting the Toros 5-3 in the game. Up there for Caleb John from the penalty box area. He dumps it into the zone. In behind the net. Fata's going to pick it up there in the corner, dump it in behind. Trezise loses it, and it comes out. Maddox held the line. Trying to set it out of front, Caleb John. Going to go from the face-off circle. He dropped it back for Fata, who goes to Ethan Maddox with a shot back up. Blocked as they hit a white jersey out in front of the net. Here's a lead pass out through center ice for Trezise. Trezise couldn't go anywhere with that puck as it got taken away from him. Here's Fata. Loses it, and the Luongo Longo couldn't do anything with the puck. The Toros have got to get that puck out and kill off some pressure here. Ethan Maddox goes in from behind his own net. Gonna try the boards to clear that puck up out there for Fata. Trying to start a breakout with Austin Fata and Parker Rusler. Fata couldn't get around Valier to get that opportunity off. Rusler picks the puck up, tried to go from the face-off circle and it got poked off his stick. And behind the net for Valier. Valier gonna take some time and look for somebody to give it to. Went off the stick of Jin. Could lead to an opportunity. Fata got taken down before he got the backhand away. Jin with a chance to clear it out. Knocked down there by Sear. His shot went wide of the net. Belleville gonna try and clear that puck out. Knocked down by Smith. It goes back into the Toro zone where Jin picks it up. Jin gonna lead it out of his own zone to start. Jin trying to start an end-to-end rush. Gets poked off his stick. Sear with a chance to clear it out. Connor Sear uses the boards up through center for Owen Smith. Smith couldn't get around Valier as Belleville knocked it down. Valier finds the puck again. Gonna try for a lead pass up there for Crawford. Past him and Toros pick it up. Ford's pass for Ronan Campbell hopped over his stick where Lloyd picked it up. Whitney trying to get around Connor Sear. Sear gave him a little bump there at the Toros bench. His forward up there for Owen Smith trying to lead a breakout up there with Cale Howard. Owen Smith got to get around Valier. That's not going to work. As Valier was able to poke it off Owen Smith before he got the shot away. Back out through center is James Davidson. Going to go back to the line. Back into his own zone for Menko. Nothing with 3:35 left to go here in a scoreless first period. Knocked down. Here's a chance for Menko to clear it out. Going to start it out from his own zone. Backhand past Whitney down the ice. There's a chance to clear it out for Belleville. And now they do. Here comes Whitney leading out with a 3-on-2, but the odds were against him, so he backhands it in behind the net as they go off on a line change. Menko from behind his own net. He's going to start it out. Try for a lead pass. He made it past Wido. Up there for Campbell. Connor Cole, getting around Jin. Cole looking for a shot. Gets from the face-off circle. It scores! Connor Cole from the face-off circle. Snapped it by Cochran, and the Toros have a 1-0 lead. At this building, like Connor Cole loves, that's 3 goals in 2 games, as he scored 2 the last time they were here. Jackman trying to backhand that pass out. Here they started through center ice. Lighting up through center is Wido. Wido trying to get around Capelli, and that's not going to work as he poked it off his stick. Cole trying to find that puck. King trying to get around him. King looking for somebody to give it to. Gives it to Wido in behind the net. He's getting outworked by Capelli, and Capelli finds the puck. Trying to get away from King to move it up there through center for Cameron Ryan to lead it out through center. His pass for Cole gets chipped off. Here comes Cameron Ryan again. This is the Toros' big line of Connor Cole, Cameron Ryan, and Logan Jackman. Knocked down there by Cameron Ryan. He's getting to a better scoring opportunity. Stop there with a blocker of Cochran, and it goes in behind the net. Here comes Wido right through center ice. He's going to take a shot. It goes off the right skate of Capelli. Here comes Fata. Austin Fata going from center. It was a 3-on-1, and the odds weren't in his favor, so he puts the brakes on, trying to backhand it at the net. Going to take his time as he goes back to the line for Connor Sear. His shot goes in behind the net. Caleb Jentz trying to fight for that loose puck. Belleville's going to clear it out through center where Connor Sear is going to pick it up. Trying to knock it down there with Murray at the Toros bench. Toros come up with it, and it's a 3-on-2 leading out with Austin Fata, poked it past his man. Rolls it in behind the net. Valier couldn't get rid of it, and now Lloyd gets the opportunity too. He's going to start it out through center ice. Pass for Longo. Longo trying to get around Gage Ford. Ford got enough of that to only have a trickler in on Foreman, who steered it aside. Here comes Whitney. In the last minute of play, goes for a backhand, right pad save. Rebound out of front. Whitney a couple of whacks away at it, and Foreman just came up with a huge save off Whitney out in front of the net. Whitney had the tying goal on his stick, and Foreman denied him right in front of the goal. Fata puts the brakes on, tries to throw it at the net. Instead, tries for a bland pass, knocked down by Valier. Valier starts it through center. And there's a shot into the glove of Foreman. Big face off here with 30 seconds left. Campbell wins the draw, goes in behind the net. Crawford trying to get to that puck, and so is Whitney. He drops it back into the other corner for Crawford, trying to get away from Cale Howard. Howard out muscles Crawford and picks up the puck. Cale Howard poked off his stick by Whitney. Again intercepted by Lloyd. 10 seconds left. We might have one more chance for an opportunity. If Cale Howard can turn on the Jets, he's got Owen Smith going to the net as well. 3 seconds left. Couldn't get the shot away. And it's 1-0 Toros after one period of play on the goal by Connor Cole. Here the Toros with a 1-0 lead. Campbell takes the draw against King to start period number 2. Campbell wins the draw back to Capelli. He gets stripped off his stick by Wido, but Capelli was able to regroup and poke it off his stick. Goes in behind the net for Maddox. He got pressured on by Lease. It goes in behind the net. Couple whacks away at that puck for Ethan Maddox. He can't find it. Lease is in there digging it for Belleville, trying to lead to an opportunity. Wido's going to help him out. Toros find it through center ice. That pass got picked up by King, who goes in behind the net. Lease gets out muscled in the corner there by Maddox, and the Toros try and get that puck out and release some pressure, knocked down by Martin, who throws it at the net, and it was offside as it went off the left skate of Lease. So Toros win the draw. Sear tries to get it out, getting it kept in there by Jen, who puts it back in there behind the net. Stage 4 with a lead pass, went over the stick of Cameron Ryan, and Jen kept it in. Stage 4 takes his man down. Here comes Cameron Ryan going up there with Jackman. There's a pass there for Logan Jackman off his stick. Sherman leads it through center ice for Longo. Longo over there for Murray, going for a shot. Easy save there for Foreman as he kicks out the right pad. Toros trying to get it out. That's not going to work. Trying to turn around is Murray, going for a shot. That one off the stick of Gage Ford, high and wide of the net. You can put that as a block shot for Ford as it went high and wide. Here comes Cameron Ryan, getting around Jin, but he turns it over. Here comes Jin, starting it through center ice. Jin trying to outmuscle Gage Ford. That's not going to work. Ford picks up the puck. Toros trying to get it out. Nice play there by Traxy to hold the line and keep it in for Belleville, but only for a little bit. The Toros find it. Valier from his own bench. His clearing attempt didn't work. Here come the Toros. John along with Jackman. John O alone. Scores! Caleb John beats Cochran, and the Toros extend their lead to 2-0. A 2-0. That's the goalie's with nightmares. You never know if they're going to pass or shoot. And that run right there, Caleb John shot, and it paid off as they beat Cochran to make it 2-0. And he's looking for more as he finds Spada going to the net. Stopped there by Cochran. He was able to get his toe on it. Jackman Menko tried for a shot, didn't make it through. He may have got his right skate on Fada. Fada looked like he had him beat. And behind the net is Martin. Martin to clear it out through center. Davidson knocks that down. James Davidson couldn't do anything with the puck as it hopped over his stick. It's right there at the Toros bench for Dunn. Caleb Dunn turns it over to Martin. Right there at the penalty box area. Whitney's digging for it. Whitney getting around James Davidson. Not getting around Austin Fata though. He bounces it off the boards through center ice. Again knocked down there by Rizzler. Couldn't do anything with the puck. There's Valier to knock it down at center ice for Belleville and put it back into the Toro zone. All the way down the ice it goes. That's going to go for an icing call. Face off to the left. Won by the Toros. Chance to clear it out. Over the stick there of King, who tries for a shot. That went in behind the net. Wido getting air work by Capelli. Wido was able to find another way around. Stopped there by Foreman as he held a post with a blocker save. Set out in front of the net. That gets picked up by Smith. Owen Smith trying to lead it out. Turns it over to number 88. Here comes King leading it out. Trying to start a 3-on-2. He's got Wido and Lease going to the net. Nobody there. Throws it out in front. Saved there by Foreman. They're banging away at the loose puck. And Foreman finds it before they bang it into the open cage.
Oh, that's another good one out there, guys. What do you be? You were pretty busy in hockey after.
Murray trying to take that draw. Toros get it. Tripped up there by Traxy. Back to the line for Martin. His backhand goes in behind the net for Gage Boy. Fires it around the boards. Martin held it in. Toros find it. Clear it off the boards down the ice. Connor Cole digging for that puck. And it goes over the stick. Cameron Ryan to get the puck. Cameron Ryan in over the blue line. Dropping it back there for Jackman. Trying to get that shot away. That's not going to work as it gets taken away there by Whitney. Sorry, that's Murray leading it out for Belleville. Murray from the blue line, trying to get around Connor Sear. Tries to go back to the line. Murray turns it over to Jackman. He's got to get it out. And kept in at the line by Sherman with a strong backhand. That didn't make it all the way through though. And Foreman's going to take no chances as he pounces on that puck in the blue paint. We got 10 minutes left to go here in the second period. The Toros have 2 goals. One by John and one by Connor Cole in the first period. Here comes John again, trying to get around Valier. He does so. His next missing is to get that puck on net. That didn't work. He's got Fata sitting in front with a one-timer. That went high and wide and over the net. Perfect one-timer from Austin Fata from a great scoring opportunity. That just got fired high and wide. Jin starting out through center ice. Jin going with Lloyd and Whitney. Trying to get around Thomas Menko. That's not going to work. Here come the Toros starting it through center for Caleb John. John finds the puck and dumps it down the ice. Going to be an easy save for Cochran, and he's going to hold it as they John coming in for the rebound. Get the face off to the left of the Belleville goal. Lease has a chance to clear it out. Not going to work. Another opportunity for Martin to do so. Again, that gets knocked down. Knocked down again by Maddox, who throws it at the net. Stopped there by Cochran. Go to the power play as there was a scrum in front of the net, and Ronan Campbell's the only one who got the penalty out of it. And behind the net, chance to clear it out. Fires it around the boards up there for Lease. Lease gets poked off his stick, and here they started through center. That pass for Wido was too far past him. Quentin Capelli off Wido, right there at the face-off circle. Cameron Ryan finds the puck. Going up there with Connor Cole. He tries to fire it, and that got knocked down. Here comes Lease, trying to drop pass. That would have been offside. Connor Cole picks it off. Martin finds it. That went off Cameron Ryan. Wido puts the brakes on. Tries to go down low. Knocked down by Capelli. Goes in behind the net. Lease is going to be there and fired around the boards. Belleville gets the perfect opportunity. They're on the power play. Throws it at the net. Went wide of the goal. They're still putting pressure on. Going back to the line for Martin. Martin tries for a shot. Tipped out of front. Goes wide. King tries for the rebound out of front. Backhand didn't go wide. Another shot at it. Throws it at the goal. Stopped it by Foreman. Another rebound at it. And Belleville just can't seem to buy a goal right now. There was a side of the net. He had a wide open goal and just couldn't fire it in. Foreman's making some big saves. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next 46 seconds as the Toros again got the only man out of that scrum out in front of the net. And it comes out through center. Jin finds it. That was offside. He throws it at the net. Foreman makes a save, and he's able to steer it aside for his man. Clears it out through center. That's going down the ice. Sherman over there for Murray. From the blue line, he leads it in, gets his stick knocked out of his hands, tries to kick it over there to lead to an opportunity. That didn't work. Cameron Ryan again trying to get to it. Knocked down by Sherman. Sherman up there for Murray, who now retrieved his stick. But the Toros fire it out through center. Jin going over there for Longo. Cannot reach the blue line, and it comes in offside as Whitney was a step ahead of him. Seconds left on the first minor. That's your about do it. Back on the ice comes Ronan Campbell. Still got 1:08 left to go on this other power play. Martin goes for a shot. Tipped out of front. Nobody there. Toros are blocking anything that goes to the net. And starts at the center. James Davidson up there for Jackman. Short-handed chance. Backhands it back past Martin. Jackman tried to find the puck. It was in his skates. Lease over there for Wido past him. Davidson from the Belleville bench he goes. He gets taken into the boards at the penalty box area. Here comes Wido for Lease. Lease has got to get around Menko, and Menko was able to poke it off his stick. Here comes a chance for Wido. Wido all alone. Couldn't get the backhand. And a pass there for Lease. And Lease got hopped over his stick. Jackman kicks his man into the first choice haircutters advertisement. Valier turns it over and goes down the ice. That should have been do it for the two-man advantage as Cochran makes the easy save. 5 seconds left to go here on the power play for Belleville. Lead pass trying to start a breakout. Crawford brings it in offside. The Toros were able to dodge that bullet. They killed off a two-man advantage, and they still hold their 2-0 lead. In behind the net, trying to keep it in is Jen. He does. Tries to throw it at the net. That got blocked there by Campbell before it made it through the goal. Going to get kept into the line. Trying to is number 88. Trying to use his balance to hold it in, and Traxy backhands it past the blue line. Owen Smith gets to a better scoring area, throws it at the goal, steered aside there by Cochran in behind the net. Toro still putting pressure on. That pass for Maddox, rode over his stick though. There's Jen trying for a pass for Crawford. Crawford with a pass for Traxy. That gets broken up by Cale Howard, who clears it out. Pass Mayer. Here come the Toros out through center. Owen Smith trips up his man, and they're going to get a penalty because of it. The third penalty in a row coming up to the Toros. And the Toros are short-handed. They got to kill it off. Sherman from his own zone tries for a bounce pass. Pass Murray. Toros pick it up. Cleared it through center where Sherman finds it again with a late pass for Whitney. Murray was offside, but then he was able to regain his footing, and Whitney brought it in. Menko trying to clear that puck out. Fires it around the boards, knocked down, trying to go to the backhand, gets to a better scoring opportunity for Whitney. That got blocked by Fata. Here comes another opportunity, and that one doesn't get blocked, but it does get caught by Brett Foreman. Chance to clear it out. Wido. Right there in front of the advertisements. And Caleb Dunn finds it and clears it out over the blue line. 50 seconds left to go on the penalty to Owen Smith. Rizzler trying to find the puck, pokes it up there for Caleb Dunn. Dunn throws it at the net. Stopped there by Cochran, but he leaves the rebound out of front. And Dunn gets a couple of whacks away at it. And that didn't work. Here comes Leaf, leading it in over the blue line, and he couldn't do anything past Capelli, so he dumped it in behind the net. Around the boards there for John to clear it out. It's going to get kept into the line by Valier. Couldn't do anything with the puck, so he throws it at the goal. Knocked down by the Toros. Wido knocked that down again with a high stick. That's going to be a high stick if they would have touched it. That one off the stick right there in front of the Belleville bench, and we got a whistle for face-off. The Toros penalty killing deserves high marks right now as they've killed off another power play for Belleville. Knocked down by Cameron Ryan at the bench, fires it into the zone, knocked down by Martin. Martin goes for a lead pass for Lloyd, going up there with Traxy, but that got broken up by Jackman. Puck's right here in front of us with Traxy's going to find it again. Try and get around Connor Sear. Nice moves to do so. Throws it at the net. Stopped there by Foreman. 1:59 left to go here in the second period. 2-0 Toros. Maddox over there for Cale Howard. He fans on the first shot. And then Murray got a little piece of him. Whitney over there for Longo. Pass was past him. Murray from his own zone. Steps out in front. There's a pass for Whitney. He turns around and fires it. And a quick right pass saved there by Foreman. They started it through center with Cale Howard, who gets his stick knocked out of his hands. No penalty on the call. Actually, there is going to be. The Toros are going to the power play. Face off from center. John gets it to Fatu, who returns it back to John. Short end, a chance coming up for Wido. Got to get around Davidson. Got to get around Menko. Not going to happen. He throws it at the net. Foreman makes a save. Wido gets a couple of whacks away at it. And Wido scores short-handed to make it 2-1. A big short-handed goal for Belleville has cut this lead to 1. Cameron Ryan putting pressure on Jin behind the net. He finds Connor Cole. Gets around Wido. Got Jackman out in front of the net. There's a pass for him. Tries for a one-timer. Couldn't get enough on his shot. Jackman to get the puck in the corner. Throws it out in front for Cameron Ryan. Rode over his stick. Mayer bounces it off the boards. Toros trying to keep it in. But Belleville started out. Maybe with a little bit more jump in their step after finally beating Foreman to make it 2-1. It goes in behind the net. Menko. Thomas Menko leads for a pass for Jackman. Jackman finds the puck. Got to get around Traxy and get around Martin as well. Jackman all by himself with a shot. Stop there with the glove hand of Cochran. Face off to the left of Cochran. Won by Belleville. 20 seconds left. Sherman can't do anything with the puck. Sends it out of front. They're trying to bang away at the loose puck. Here comes Belleville trying to start a short-handed chance. They're not going to do so. They just fire it down the ice. And it's going to go wide of the goal and bounce out in front of the net. And Foreman's going to take no chances. He's going to hold it for a face-off. 7 seconds left to go here in the second period. Sherman tries to hold the line. That's going to about do it for period number 2. The Toros lead got cut to 2-1 in the last 2 minutes. But they still got one more period to play. Face-off gets won by the Toros. Gage forward. Fires it in behind the net. Jin to pick up the puck. Fires it around the boards. Kept in by Connor Sear. Sear down low there for Cale Howard. Trying to kick it past Jin. Howard's going to get the better opportunity to try for the side of the net. That got fired high and wide. 15 seconds left to go. That gets down the ice. Gage forward to pick up the puck in behind the net. Here comes forward, leading it out through center. Gets around Murray. Gage forward from his own zone. He starts with a shot. Goal! Gage forward all the way from the zone end. Fires it through the legs of Cochran. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Toros. Powerful. Gage forward. What a time to come up with their first goal of the year. He fired it through the legs of Cochran to give the lead a 3-1 Toros. Martin comes in over the line and he fires it wide of the net. Face off from center ice. Won by Whitney. In behind the net. Valier turns it over to Capelli. Quinn Capelli from his own zone. Off the boards past Crawford up there for Riesler. Parker Riesler gets it taken away from him by Crawford, who turned it over back to Capelli. Toros have got a 2-goal lead to work with now thanks to Gage Ford's opening goal here in the third period. Parker Riesler up over his stick. Trying to find that puck. Dig for it. Whitney finds it there for Mayer. Goes back into the zone for Crawford. Crawford trying to start a 2-on-2 coming up. Crawford poked off his stick and Whitney turned around. That got fired wide of the net. Lloyd's going to find that puck for Belleville. Fired around the boards and behind the net. Quentin Capelli gets the opportunity to clear it around over the stick of Fata. Belleville fire it right back in. Capelli's going to start it from his zone. Going up there with John. Quentin Capelli around Mayer. Couldn't get around that last line. But here come Belleville starting it out with Longo and Lease. That pass from Wido went past his man. Wido slides into the boards. John gets hammered into the boards there by King. Belleville was in offside there. Fata going to take his time. Rolled over his stick. It's a turnover to King going for the backhand. Easy save there for Foreman as he steered to the side with his stick. It goes in behind the net. Wido. Couple of whacks away at it. Goes in behind the net for King. King's got Wido out in front of the net, but that pass got picked off. They're still digging for that puck. Is Ethan Maddox and Connor Cole. Somebody's trying to come up with it for the Toros as a referee took a spill there in the corner. Wido down there for release. You're nothing with the puck. Here comes Oscar Fata. Tried not to trip over that stick that's lying right there in front of the Toros bench as he fires it down the ice for an icing call. Face off to the right of Foreman. Cole trying to win the draw against Traxy. Couple whacks away at it for Jackman. And there's the line. There's a shot. Blocker saved there by Foreman and goes in behind the net. Davidson working over Longo in the corner. Longo spins away from his man. Picked off there by Kevin Ryan trying to go off to the races. He got tripped up there by Valier. Here comes Martin leading it in over the blue line, going from the face-off circle, trying for a shot. Easy save there for Foreman as he steered it aside, maybe with the top of his stick. Cole to try and clear it out, couldn't get it by Longo. Couple walks away at it. Davidson's going to try and help Cole out to get that puck away from Longo and behind the net. Menko fires it around, knocked down there by Murray, who turns it over to Jackman at center ice. Back into the zone for Thomas Menko. He's got Cameron Ryan, but he couldn't get that pass to him. Instead, he just fires it down the ice. We're approaching the 10-minute mark of the third period. Here comes Jackman trying to get his shot away. Not going to happen. Goes back to the line for Menko. Thomas Menko goes for a slap shot. Back up block. Jackman tries to turn around with a shot. Right there. Foreman stopped that one with the top of his stick, and Cochran just did him with that one as well. Who needs a full stick when you can just use the top of it for these two goalies on the last two saves as that goes in over the blue line. Cameron takes the draw. Won by Whitney. Here comes Owen Smith. Fires a pass Crawford into the Belleville zone. Mayer gets it for Belleville with a lead pass up there for Whitney. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Now he starts it out trying for a lead pass for Crawford. Gage Ford picks it up from center, picked off by Whitney. He leads the zone, and Crawford was way ahead of him for an offside. Face off. One there by the Toros. Connor Shear to clear it out. Moves it up there for Cale Howard, going up there with Campbell. Howard's going to bring it in over the blue line. Got to get around Gin. Does so. Throws it out in front, but Howard or Campbell didn't have a stick on the ice to tip that in. Here comes a chance for Lloyd. Poked away there by Cale Howard where Whitney picks it up. Whitney leads it in over the blue line. Couldn't do anything with the puck as Connor Shear poked it off his stick. Goes in behind the net for Cale Howard. Firing around the boards for Gage Ford, who's had a big game with a goal and some good defensive plays as well. Here comes Crawford. Starting it through center. Mayer knocked that down for Whitney. There's a pass. Went off the stick of Lloyd. Toros get it. And it's Owen Smith who clears it out. Toros enjoy a 3-1 lead. We're under 10 minutes left to go. Connor Shear going to take his time. Moves it over there for Gage Ford. With a tip pass there for Owen Smith, who turns it over to Mayer. Back in the Toros zone it goes. And it's going right back into the Belleville zone. Up there for Owen Smith. It was a 3-on-2, but they couldn't start that breakout. Here comes Wido. Wido gets broken up there by Caleb Junn. Toros doing a good job breaking up the breakout passes. Cale Howard trying to get around Sherman. Not going to happen as it gets poked off his stick. Here comes Wido. Wido splits the D. Couldn't get his shot away. It looked like he was ready to aim and fire, but he couldn't do so. Here comes Parker Rusler going up there with Fata. The pass from Rusler to Fata. And backhand shot there by Austin Fata as he had a man on him with a spinorama, but it got the right pad save of Cochran. There's a throw at the net as Murray took Ethan Maddox down, and Murray is going to serve 2 minutes coming up. It's going to be a face-off right inside the blue line for Connor Cole and Traxy. Won by Traxy. But that went off that clearing attempt went off the linesman. Took a Belleville break. Here comes Traxy. Putting the brakes on backhand for Longo. Missed him. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Traxy knocked it down. Here comes Cameron Ryan. Lead pass up there for Jackman. Went off his stick. Connor Cole trying to dig for that puck away from Longo. Longo fires the puck in behind the net. With 7:30 left to go here in the third period of a 3-1 Toros lead. Connor Cole couldn't do anything with the puck as he turned it over to Longo, who then presented to turn it over to Thomas Menko. James Davidson from his own zone. Gonna take his time as he leads it out for the Toros. Tries for a lead pass. Hopped over the stick of Valier to Cameron Ryan with a shot. Stopped there by Cochran. Cameron Ryan gets the puck back again. Goes back to the line for Davidson. Over there for Menko. He goes for a shot. Again, blocked there by a white jersey out in front of the net. And it's Jen. Nice play there by Menko to take Jen wide and didn't allow a shot to get through. Tried to pass out her front for Whitney. Got broken up by Davidson. Whitney still trying to get that shot away, but the Toros tied him up before he could fire that bullet. Here come the Toros with Cameron Ryan. Turned over to Whitney for Martin. Martin gets around Capelli. Capelli working over Martin, throws it out in front. Nobody there, and it comes out over the blue line. 10 seconds left to go. Capelli slid into the boards. Another chance to clear it out. Campbell couldn't do it as it went over the stick. Then the shot went wide of the net. Here come the Toros. Gage forward for Ronan Campbell. Trying to start a breakout with Cale Howard. He tries for the pass. Broken up there by Murray. Right back into the through center. Pass for Crawford by him. Down the ice. Not going to have enough for icing. Gage Ford got pressured on by Leeson behind the net. Cale Howard leading a breakout. Couldn't do anything with the puck as it went over his stick to Wido as he brings it in offside. Face off right from the Toros bench. Toros win the draw. Connor Sear uses the boards up there for Cale Howard. He chipped it by Sherman, but it couldn't get around Wido. It's right there at the Toros bench, or Belleville's bench, and it gets turned over. Owen Smith doing all he can to find that puck. As King got taken into the boards, Wido finds the puck in behind the net. He's got Lease sitting in front. That pass isn't going to find him as the Toros break it up. Sherman goes for a shot inside. Knocked down there by Campbell. Ronan Campbell getting away from Lease. Trying to do the same thing to Sherman, and Sherman took him into the Tim Horton sign in behind the net. It's going to be a face-off to the left of Foreman. Jackson's trying to find the puck. Toros get it. Move it up for Parker Rusler, going up there with Austin Fata. Rusler trying to get around Valier. Valier bumped him off the puck, but Fata gets it. Fata couldn't get his backhand away though to get a shot on Cochran. And now Belleville started out. Nice defensive play there by Caleb John to come back and poke it away from him. Fata getting it, worked in the corner there by Truxley. Up there for Fata. Got to get it out of his own zone. He's going up there with Rusler. It's pass for Parker Rusler, rode over his stick, and Belleville regain it, and it's Martin. They're trying to stay on side. Now they are. Martin goes for his shot. Hits the body out in front. Goes in behind the net. Capelli fires it around the boards for Austin Fata. Couldn't handle the pass. Maddox again tries to clear it out. They got Traxy out in front of the net. Not going to happen for a pass to him. Kept into the line. We're going to get a Belleville penalty coming up at the Toros power play. Connor Cole to take the draw, wins it back to Davidson. Davidson throws it at the net, that got knocked down. Tapped in by Menko, trying for a shot, that got blocked there by Wido. Still stays in the zone as Cameron Ryan tried for a shot. Wido's down after blocking that shot from the line. Toros still got the puck though. Now he's up and he picks up the puck. He seems to be all right now. He's turning on the speed and dumps it in behind the net. Menko fires it around the board. Going to get kept in by Sherman. Not for long though. Sherman outblocks Jackman. Cameron Ryan going up there with Connor Cole. Gets to a better scoring opportunity with a shot stop there. Connor Cole with a couple whacks away to Cameron Ryan. Gets it as well. And he scores! Cameron Ryan gets on the score sheet to make it 4-1 for the Toros. King's going to take the draw against Cameron Ryan. Turns it over to Mayer. Bounces it off the board. Cameron Ryan up there for Connor Cole. Missed him. There's a pass up there for Lease. Lease drop pass for Wido with a shot. And blocker saved there by Foreman in behind the net. Lease tries for a backhand. Maddox is working over Lease. And then King is working over Maddox in behind the net. 15 seconds left to go. Might be one more opportunity for Belleville. They throw it out in front of the net and they score. That goal is going to go to King as he found a way to beat Foreman through the legs, and it cuts the lead to 4-2. Goal by King, but with 10 seconds left, it's a little bit too late for Belleville. The Toros are going to come up with a big 4-2 victory in this hockey game. Goals were scored by Connor Cole, Gage Ford, Cameron Ryan, and Caleb John. And the Toros are back in the win column with a huge win here in Belleville, 4-2. And they don't get much of a rest. We're going to play tomorrow afternoon when they host the Northumberland Nighthawks. I'm the voice of the Clarington Toros, Mike Jackman.